So today's video is about why I became vegan slash vegetarian. I decided to become vegan vegetarian about a year and a half ago. So I just started watching documentaries about alright then. At first I wanted to find out the health benefits as to why people decided to become vegan vegetarian. So I watched a bunch of documentaries, and even though being healthy was a really good reason to switch, after watching a few of the health-based ones, Netflix always recommends videos for like that obviously relate to what you've been watching. So there were a lot of videos on how animals are farmed and how their conditions are just horrible and so much cruelty happens. They're mistreated, and it's just disgusting how this process is done. For me, it was more of a animal ethical, moral reason to stop eating meat and dairy. In the beginning, I did do 6 months straight of being vegan, and for some reason it wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. I literally went cold turkey after watching these videos. I just completely stopped. It was a lot easier, I guess, to switch. Then I was that person that was like, I will never, this is everyone, I will never not eat meat. Like, I can't imagine a life without eating meat or dairy. And I was that person, definitely. And I just couldn't do it anymore. I'm the type of person that when people find out how much I love animals, the first thing they would ask me is, "Do you eat meat?" And I would say yes, because everyone has this image in their mind that all the farms in the US, in the world, are just beautiful green pastures with red barns next to them, and the animals live happily ever after before they end up in a grocery store and before they end up on our plates, which is definitely not the case. Watching documentaries definitely opened my eyes, and I, it was, it just changed my life completely. I can't imagine eating meat unless uh, I go away on vacation to a rural place where you see the farms and the animals and all that, and then I'd probably I'd probably have some just to experience different cuisine and that lifestyle in a different country. I've always progressively gained weight throughout the years, so that didn't really change. Physically, in the beginning, I felt better. Like, I knew I could tell the difference in my body. And now it's just like, this is everyday life, so it's normal to just feel the way I feel. Or I feel normal as always, I guess. Um, I did not lose any weight. Mostly, I still, it's mostly the fact that I'm not as active as I want, and I really have problems with portion control. I was just, I know I overeat. That's more of just my relationship with food in general. And being vegan does not mean that you can no longer have junk food. There's tons of junk food out there that is vegan when it comes to snacking and cookies, and they have a vegan ice cream and all types of vegan junk food nowadays. So it's definitely, I feel like it's definitely just as hard to lose weight on a vegan diet than a regular one. Well, even though it shouldn't be, but for me, I guess compensating for not having meat in the beginning, I went overboard, and I feel like I've, you know, gained weight, but I definitely. So I was full on vegan for 6 months, and I decided to change to vegetarian when I'm out and about because we do eat out often. Um, so it just got tiring after 6 months to always have to worry about is there something I can eat? Is there something I can modify in the menu so that I can eat it and it's vegan? And it just got to the point where I didn't want to deal with it. So for about a year, I've been vegetarian when we go out. Still vegan at home. I also want to talk about like family support or home support. Luckily, my fiance is always very supportive of all the decisions I make when it comes to health or finances or anything, and just in general. He's always very supportive. So that wasn't a problem. He has not switched. He obviously eats vegan or vegetarian here at home, but when we're out, he always orders stuff with me. Or when he's at work, he order gets or when he goes to work and he has to buy his lunch, he always gets something with meat in it. So I mean, and that's fine. That doesn't bother me at all. I'm not that kind of person that like if I'm out with you or if we're getting a meal, I don't want you to talk about what I'm gonna eat, so I'm not gonna talk about what you want to eat. You can eat whatever you want, and it doesn't bother me if people eat meat in front of me at all. Um, for me, it was harder, I guess, as a Latina, my family in general. Um, but they couldn't grasp why I would want to, or they thought I was crazy. They're like, "What are you gonna eat? There's nothing you can eat now because you're not gonna eat meat or dairy." And so the first 6 months with them was fun. When I'll go over, they'll forget and they freak out. They're like, "What can I make you? I don't even know." And I don't know. It just sucks that society and big companies and the government just brainwash everyone to think that the only healthy way to live is if you have chicken and fish and milk every day, and that'll make you so much healthier. When there's actual studies out there that prove that societies, especially back in the day when there wasn't fast food everywhere and all that, and meat wasn't as accessible, that families that had a plant-based diet uh, throughout their life lived longer and healthier lives than nowadays. I'll list the documentaries that I watched below on Netflix and a few. I think one was on YouTube. Um, but they're definitely worth checking out. My fiance watched them and he still eats meat, so it's definitely depends on a person basis if it changes your life. For me, obviously it did. For some people it doesn't. It's all how you see, how you want to see the world, how you want to live your life, and that's all up to you. But if you guys have any questions, let me know. Video if you're interested. Hopefully you like this. Hopefully it's not too long and boring. And yeah, this one's laying right here. Say bye, Logan. Say bye. Bye, guys.